Hey everyone, Sam here from Silly Stories for Kids. Guess what? Here's another story made up on the spot just for you. We hope you enjoy it. Okay, let's go. One day, two little kids named David and Amy were sitting at home. Now, they had been working on their Christmas tree for a little bit because it was the start of December. They were having lots of fun putting up all the tinsel and all the lights and things when all of a sudden there was a bang crash at the door. "What could that be?" said David. "I don't know," said Amy. "Let's go look." They raced towards the door to go find out what was going on, and as they got there was a man with very long arms and very long legs standing in the entry to their house. "Are you David?" Yes," said David. "And are you Amy?" said the long-armed, long-legged man. Yes." "I need your help, quickly," said the man. Who are you?" said David. "My name is Thingy Whopper." "Oh, hi Thingy Whopper. What seems to be the problem?" "Well, I was trying to do some baking. Now, normally I only think about cupcakes, but because it was Christmas, I decided maybe I would make some gingerbread men." "Well, that sounds like fun," said Amy. "Do you need help eating them?" "No, not at all," said Thingy Whopper. "It's a lot more drastic than that." "Drastic?" said David. What's going on?" "Well, I put the gingerbread men into the wrong oven." "What do you mean, the wrong oven?" said Amy. "Well, I have a normal oven and I have an oven that's for more interesting, fun, magical things. I meant to put them in the normal oven, but I accidentally put them in the magical oven." "And then what happened?" said David. "Come see," said Thingy Whopper, racing towards the door. Their dad saw what was going on. "Quick kids," he said, "you better go help." "All right," said the kids. So they followed Thingy Whopper and raced out the door. As the kids burst out the door behind Thingy Whopper, they realised he looked very funny running down the street with his big long arms and his big long legs rolling around in the air, waving about to and fro. The kids raced to try and catch up, but it was hard to run when they were laughing so hard. When they finally caught up to Thingy Whopper, he turned around a corner and then they saw it. In front of them was a house, a normalish looking house, and most things about it seemed to be quite normal, except for one thing. There was a whole bunch of gingerbread men all over it, running around, pulling things apart and breaking things. "What is going on?" said David. "Well, the gingerbread man appeared to have come to life, and I think because I was in such a cheeky mood when I was making them, they seem to be extra cheeky, and they seem to be breaking everything. Please, can you help?" David raced over, and Amy raced up behind. Excuse me," they said. "Can you please stop doing that?" All the gingerbread men stopped. "I think it works," said David. "Let's get him," said one of the gingerbread men, and they all started jumping off the house and running towards David. "Wah!" said David, starting to run away. It was very funny to see. David was running circles around the backyard with a big crowd of gingerbread men racing along behind him. "Amy, help!" he said. Amy raced up behind and started trying to think of what to do. "What do I do?" she said. I don't know," said David. "Just try something." Amy stopped and she put on her best voice. "Excuse me," she said. All the gingerbread men stopped. "It is not nice to chase people," she said. "You might need to change what you're doing." All the gingerbread men looked at her. "Maybe she's right. Yeah, I think she's right too. Yeah, definitely. We do need to change what we're doing." "That's good to hear," said Amy. "What are you going to do next?" "We're gonna get you," said one of the gingerbread men, and they all started running towards her. Said Amy, running off in the different direction. She raced around the backyard. "Quick," yelled David, "over here." He was inside the cubby house in the backyard. Amy raced and dove in, and David slammed the door shut. Thingy Whopper was already inside. "Oh dear, this is such a catastrophe. What are we going to do?" said Thingy Whopper. "Well, I don't know," said David, "but do you have anything left in your kitchen?" "Well, yes," said Thingy Whopper. "Do you think we might be able to make something else in the magic oven that might be able to help?" "Ooh, that's a good idea," said Thingy Whopper. "Maybe if we made some gingerbread men and we were really happy and helpful while we were making them, they might be able to help us look after the gingerbread men that are being a little bit too cheeky." "Oh, good idea, but how do we get from here to the house?" said Thingy Whopper. "I've got an idea," said Amy. "When I run, make sure that you get into the real house." "What?" said Thingy Whopper. Amy opened the door and she stepped outside. "Hey, gingerbread men," she said. "I bet you can't catch me," she said, as she ran off down into the different part of the backyard. "Let's get it!" yelled the gingerbread men, and they raced off after Amy. David and Thingy Whopper zoomed inside as quick as they could, straight through in the front door. They were holding it open as Amy came racing towards the door. She jumped in and Thingy Whopper slammed the door closed. Tuck, 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 tuck. All the gingerbread men started smacking into the door behind her. "We're gonna get you! Hang on, let's go break in through the roof! Yeah, let's go!" "Oh dear," said David, "we better cook quick." So, the kids and Thingy Whopper raced into the kitchen. They started grabbing out the ingredients for the new batch of gingerbread men. "Remember," said David, "we have to be super helpful. So, here you go, Amy, I'll get this for you." "Oh, thank you, David, and I'll grab this for you." "Oh, and I will try my best to measure the ingredients perfectly so that I can be extra helpful." They all worked together very calmly and very quickly, even though the gingerbread men were all still trying to break inside. They rolled out the mixture and they cut them into the shapes of gingerbread men. Then Amy pulled out a little skewer and drew smiley happy faces on every single one of the gingerbread men. "All right, I think they're ready," she said. "Okay," said David, "I hope this works." So they put the next batch of gingerbread men into the magical oven. And in no time at all, ding! The batch was ready. "Okay," said Thingy Whopper, very, very nervously, as he put oven mitts on the end of his very long arms. He reached in and pulled out the tray and sat it on top of the oven. The little gingerbread men started to stand up. "Whoa! Oh, hello," said one of them. "How can I be of assistance?" "No, how can I be of assistance? I would like to help too. Can I please help?" said all the gingerbread men. "I think it worked," said Thingy Whopper. "Hooray," said the kids. "Well," said David, "we seem to have a bit of an issue." "Ah!" They heard a noise from the roof. "We're almost in." "Oh dear," said Amy. "There's a bad batch of gingerbread men that are on the roof that are being very, very cheeky. We need your help to be able to stop them." "Well," said one of the gingerbread men, "cheeky can be a little bit fun. Maybe they just need to be shown how. Can we do it?" That's when all the gingerbread men got together and yelled, "Yay, we can do it, yippee!" The new batch of gingerbread men jumped off the top of the oven and started racing towards the door. "Can you please open the door for us? It's a little bit high." Sure," said David. He opened the door and the new batch went outside. "Excuse me," yelled one of the gingerbread men. All the gingerbread men on the roof stopped and looked down. "Hey, they're outside. Let's go get them. Yay!" They started racing towards the edge of the gutter. When they got there, they dove and jumped towards the new batch of gingerbread men. When they came flying down, the new gingerbread men stuck out their arms. "What are they doing?" said David. And they gave the gingerbread men jumping off the roof a big cuddle. "Oh, this is kind of nice. What's going on here?" One of the gingerbread men from the new batch stopped. "Hello, everybody. We are all gingerbread men together, and I know that you're being a little bit cheeky and that sometimes cheeky can be a little bit fun, but do you know that being helpful can be really fun as well?" "Really?" said one of the other gingerbread men. "What do you mean?" "I'll show you." The new gingerbread man went over and helped one of the other gingerbread men up off the ground. He'd fallen over and he was a little bit sore. "Here you go. I'd like to help you so that you feel better." "Oh, that was nice." As the other gingerbread men saw what was going on, they began to realise what the new batch of gingerbread men was saying, and they decided that maybe they should start being a little bit more kind as well. They looked up at the roof that they'd wrecked. "Uh-oh, we made a really big mess up there." "Yes, you did, but maybe if we work together, we could all fix it." "Oh, that sounds like fun." So, the gingerbread men all started climbing back onto the roof of the house. They started grabbing bits and pieces of everything and putting it back together. Thingy Whopper even raced back into the kitchen and popped a few things back in his magic oven. "What's he doing, do you think?" said David. "I don't know," said Amy. In no time at all, he came out with a new batch of something. It looked like gingerbread wands. "What are they for?" said David. "Well, I thought that maybe I could give all the gingerbread men a gingerbread wand to help them do their repairs." "That's a great idea," said Amy. "Can I have one too?" "Sure," said Thingy Whopper, as he handed Amy a gingerbread wand. They passed them out to all the little gingerbread men, who picked them up, and as they waved their wands and danced around the roof, everything got fixed. "Hooray!" yelled all the gingerbread men. Thingy Whopper turned to David and Amy. "Thank you so much. I could not have done this without you, and now not only have you saved my house, I have a brand new batch of friends," said Thingy Whopper. And Thingy Whopper and all the gingerbread men started doing a big dance together. Amy and David thought it was hilarious. As they started to walk back towards the gate to head back to their house, Thingy Whopper started waving his big long arms, and all the little gingerbread men started waving as well. Boy, boy, good boy, said Thingy Whopper. Bye, yelled Amy and David. Thanks for having us. As they walked back home and got to their front door, their dad was waiting. Well, he said, what was the trouble? Were you able to fix it? Well, said David, I don't think you'd believe us, even if we told you. And that is the end of the story.
This episode is brought to you by the Gingerbread Repair Crew. We're very good at helping and fixing things now, so if you have something that needs to be fixed, make sure to give us a call. We hope that you've been enjoying the silly stories for kids. Head over to the website to join the family or for other ways to get involved. This has been us, the Gingerbread Men.
And me, Sam. We'll see you soon.